Welcome to the Leading the Way podcast. We're your hosts, Mozzie Zimmerman, Jay Alvarado, and Hayley Timsit. Yeah.
Hi.
Welcome, Hayley.
Well, I feel welcome. I feel nervous, but I'm welcome.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. So, hello, everybody. Leading the Way, where we take a look at life through the lens of leadership. Today, we're welcoming our social media manager, Hayley Timsit. So, those of you, again, that have come here because of clips that you've seen on Instagram or TikTok, that's all because of Hayley. Yeah. Welcome. Speaking of Hayley, make sure you like and subscribe, please. That's what she's doing it for. So
Please.
do that.
It helps a lot. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Nervous, but after being around the both of you for a few weeks now and seeing what you guys do, I feel like it's easier to pick up on. Because before, when I was just talking to you about, I want to do this, I want to help you out with this, like, I didn't think I was going to be sitting in a chair looking at you guys talking to you.
Yeah, we kind of sprung that on you.
Yeah. Not mad at it. But wow, this is foreign, so I'm nervous, but I feel okay. Like, I feel fine.
Have you ever been, like, on mic or on a camera
No.
before? Never.
I mean, when I was little, like, I'm talking 14 years old and younger, I was a childhood actor.
Oh.
So I was on camera.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You can look me up on IMDb.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
We all learned
Now we're
something
going
today.
to.
Disney,
You're a natural.
Nickelodeon, all of that.
No, I'm nervous.
Yeah. Oh, because you should be. I didn't realize, but I guess I've done this a decent amount of times because I was like auditioning and I had to tape them. I had to sit there in front of a camera, in front of a bunch of people, some dude holding a mic in front of my face. And
That's great. What's do you have like a favorite thing that you worked on when you were a kid?
oh my God, I definitely do.
Really?
Okay, yeah. So there was a Nickelodeon show that I was on. Should I say it? Am I allowed to?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was called 100 Things to Do Before High School.
Oh.
And I played one of the mean girls. I played
That sounds about right.
Oh.
I'm joking.
But
No,
you know what?
Hayley's great.
You're not far off of that because a lot of things that I got casted for were all mean girl things. Like
Really?
I gave off that
You got that face?
I guess.
She's got a mean girl face.
Do I?
No, not at all.
I
Not at all.
probably do a
No.
little.
Not at all.
It's just weird because like now, so that was what I was casted in a lot when I was younger, when I had a fuller face, a younger looking face. Now that I'm older and I'm like doing what I'm doing with my job, I get told all the time, you have the greatest smile, the biggest smile. You look like such a sweetheart. And it's such a weird how that works.
You are. Yeah.
Thanks.
That's just
Absolutely.
funny that you got cast that way.
That's crazy.
But no plans to ever like pick it up again.
Never, ever,
She's doing it now.
ever.
Well,
This is as far as it's gonna go.
She's back on camera.
I literally, it was so hard on a young girl, like who was 13 that was when that show was really happening, was that 100 Things to Do Before High School.
Mhm.
It just like, it makes you kind of feel bad about yourself. Like you feel like you're always under camera and like people are doing your makeup constantly. If you have a breakout, you have a breakout. And they just didn't want to let that go. If you were to put on some weight, it just like you're constantly being watched. And like, especially if you're playing like a mean girl who's like, you have like a posse and all that stuff, like you were looked at heavily for your appearance.
what did that do to you, like emotionally, mentally?
It caused some problems later on. I feel like it caused some eating problems
Really?
later on. And
So sorry.
it's okay. We work with it. We're good with it.
Yeah.
Just like, it's just, I wouldn't want to do that to a young girl. It might be different now that I'm 21 now, and I might, when I'm older, like see if I want to do that again, because it's also not bad money.
Yeah.
Like it's really not. But I just like, I couldn't imagine going in front of the camera now. If I were to do something like that in the film industry, it would definitely be a behind the camera type of thing. Like I'm into fashion.
Like a podcast.
Yeah. Like a podcast. And it's cool now because I get to see like the back end of podcasting,
Yeah,
and
scenes,
And I think that makes it easier if I want to do something like this, like in the future.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's cool.
I know.
That's definitely cool. You know, it's so great to have you a part of the team. And like this is like this is not Jay and I like doing this. This is all of us. And it's so great to have to get someone who believes in the journey, believes in the vision, and just really wants to be a part of it. Because we didn't approach you. We didn't say, "Hey, Hayley, we're looking for someone that's doing this." Like you took it upon yourself and you approached us and you approached me and it was like, "Hey, I'll do it. I'll do this." And you hear it and you're like, "Okay." People say that, and then all of a sudden you come the next day and hear the terms, and she just doubled down on it.
I was like, dibs.
And it was like, no, I'm serious.
Yep.
I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
And from that moment, I remember talking to Jay, I think it was that same day, and I was like, hey, I think we got our third team member.
Yeah, I was shocked. Like, such great news, because before you came on board, the plan was I was going to have to do all that stuff that you do. And I wasn't sure how I was going to pull that all off. I mean, I'm pretty busy as is to do all the stuff that you're doing.
It fills my time.
Yeah.
It does, which is so good. And that's why I was like, I want something to do. I want something that I can put somewhere. And so I was like, and you've been talking about this podcast forever, pretty much since I met you. This is something that you've thought about.
Even before we met.
Yeah.
I was still, I was talking
you tried
about,
on your own once. Yeah.
I was like, this is something I really want to do.
Right.
And Hayley was, one of the people I would often talk to, like, and she would kind of check in. So
and then the clouds parted and ray of light.
Yeah.
And here I am. Here comes Jay.
Yeah, but that's how it was. And then, you're not always lucky to find, especially like we're not millionaires sitting here. We're not like, oh yeah, cash and checks. That's not the case. And it's so rare to be able to find someone who really, like I said, just wants to be a part of the journey. Like, you're in a car and you're on this road trip and you say like, hey, can I get in? Can I join you on this journey? And it's like, yeah, absolutely. And then to be able to execute. Like, that's another thing. Like, it's different getting someone that wants to be a part of it. And it's like, I don't think we should have got this person on here.
Right.
This
becomes more work for us.
It becomes more work for us. And it has become significantly easier for us to do this because of your input and contribution. Because I think it was the first episode where I was posting on setting. I think I was just setting up the social medias, and I was like a wreck, just trying to get one on one social media platform, let alone all four or however many we have on there. And it was just like, I don't know how long I can sustain this.
Yeah.
And now to have you on here, on this team, and it's not. Maze, Jay, and it's all one unit. We are a team doing this together. And, if I know we've said it before, but we really do want to just thank you for being a part of the dream.
Yeah. Not only that, but like, one, I'm glad to have you on board. Two, like, I'm glad that you joined up and then like you actually like the show. That would have been bad too. Yeah, help. Great. 1 second.
It's like, I mean,
I really like the content.
I will say, when I first was like listening, I was like, what the heck am I going to know about leadership? I have nothing. So even up to like filming this today, I was like, I don't have any input. These guys are like professionals. They like have like basically a degree in leadership. And I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. And so I was like, okay. So when I started listening to you guys, I was trying to put myself in a spot where I was like, okay, let me like figure out, because I don't know what I want to do when I'm older. Not a clue. But the idea of being manager has stepped into a conversation a few times, and I was like, let me figure it out. I want to learn how to become a leader that's not just a little trainer role at a job. I want to do that. And I think prior to your podcast, I think literally with the managers that I have, it's just like I got that from them. I learned how to deal with emotions better. Especially like on the spot. I work in a very fast-paced place.
Yeah.
Like fast-paced place. And I got it with experience. And then hearing you guys through the podcast and watching you guys literally multiple times a day, daily.
Sorry for that.
I have all the advice that will last me literally probably a lifetime. So I'm happy.
I sit here and I'm literally just smiling the entire time because that's leadership. Like leadership is nothing. It's walking your path, and there's direct leadership. Like we're in direct leadership roles where that is the role, that is the expectation. But there are far more indirect, unconscious leaders out there. There are people like you, because that's a little bit of kind of like the imposter syndrome. Like I don't belong here. What am I doing here? How am I going to contribute? And by you taking the chance and putting yourself out there and saying, I want to be a part of this, and now you're on the episode with us, there's a lot of people that's going to relate to that. That's leadership. That's people that are going to follow you. You're validating them, making that next step, that next move in what they're going to do. That's leadership. And that's what the show is about. We're not talking to the managers of restaurants or the teachers. We're talking to everyone, because everyone is a leader in a certain way. And you just makes it even more relatable to people who aren't in direct leadership positions, but everyone's a leader in some form of capacity. And like I said, I'm overjoyed by just listening to you speak and listening and having you be here, because it just validates everything that we want to do with the show. We want to speak to everyone, as many people as we can. And yeah.
A lot of it feels like too, where we were figuring it all out and all the pieces are starting to come together. And now that you're part of the team, it's like, oh yeah, this is the show. Like, this is it, and like, it feels like we have what we set out to do, and now we're just going to grow it, and I think that's great. I'm so glad to have you with us. Like, you're a blast.
Absolutely.
I'm really happy too.
Yeah, it's awesome. This is a shorter episode.
Yeah.
This is episode 12. So this is the final episode of the season. And then we'll move into season 2, and
I will say, the season, it's like for us, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys aren't going to see any kind of a break. Like next week, there'll be another episode.
At all.
Right? But we're going to take a bit of a break in between.
We're going to reflect.
Exactly.
We're going to
reflect.
Yeah. We're gonna like what we see, and we're going to see, all right, how can we do more of what we're doing? And we wanted to introduce you to the entire team, because Hayley is a part of the team, and we wanted to get everyone an opportunity to meet Hayley, because she's wonderful, she's great, and that's what this episode was about. It was about, all right, let's let them meet everyone, and meet the entire team. And we really want to thank all of those listeners out there, the viewers out there, whether you're washing dishes, driving in your car, laying in bed, scrolling, however you are listening to this, we want to thank you. And we want to just, thank you for being on this journey with us, and thank you for just taking the time out of your day to get a piece of us.
And we'd love your input as well. Go to our website. You can contact us there. You can ask us questions. We'll answer them on the show. Thanks to Hayley, we're on all the social media platforms.
Yes!
You can message us that way, comment on the videos, whatever it is. Like, your feedback is great, because we love talking to each other, and we love making the show.
Yeah.
But, the show is for everybody, and we want to help as many people as we can. So if you guys have stuff that you needed help with or need advice for, or comments for the show, something you'd like to see, let us know. Reach out. We're growing, we're changing, we're getting better every time, and we want to make the best show possible. So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Any final words, Hayley?
Just thank you. You took a chance on me after I was begging you, and you did it, and hopefully it's working out.
It's definitely working out.
Absolutely.
So thanks, guys.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
and thank you, everybody.
Yes.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Bye.